Sales are up, profit is not. Somewhere in this pharmacy chain, across 8 countries, 120 pharmacies, 203 products, something is quietly destroying margin. A promotion that looks successful is giving away too much. A product that sells fast is dragging down profitability. A region with strong revenue has the weakest margin in the entire network. The dashboard shows all of this, but it cannot tell you which one to fix first, or why. Today, we are going to investigate that, using Codex, the Data Analytics plugin, and Power BI MCP, not just reporting. Actual business investigation. Before we start, let me be clear about what each tool is doing, because this is where most videos get it wrong. The Data Analytics plugin does not connect to Power BI Desktop by itself. It gives Codex 14 analyst skills, things like KPI design, metric diagnostics, product business analysis, and leadership-ready reporting. It helps Codex think like an analyst. But to actually read the model, the tables, relationships, existing measures, the data, you need Power BI Modeling MCP. That is the bridge between Codex and Power BI Desktop. So the correct picture is this. Power BI Desktop holds the model. MCP gives Codex access to that model. The Data Analytics plugin gives structure to the investigation. Codex connects all three and acts as the analyst. That combination is what makes this workflow useful. Here is the Power BI model we are working with. 5 tables. A real pharmacy business structure. That is pre-calculated business intelligence sitting in the model, ready to use. When Codex connects to this model, it is not guessing what matters. It is reading the actual data. We'll skip the detailed explanation in this video, as the concept was covered comprehensively in the previous MCP session. For a complete walkthrough, please refer to the earlier video. Now let's connect Codex to the model. This is the MCP configuration. 30 seconds to set up. I am starting in read-only mode. Codex can inspect the model, run queries, analyze everything, but it cannot change anything without my approval. That is the right way to start. Let AI investigate first. Let the human decide what to act on. Once saved and Codex restarts, the connection is live. Now the real question, can Codex actually read what is in the model? Let's test it. Before any investigation, I want to confirm the connection is working. One simple instruction. Inspect the model and tell me what you find. No analysis yet, just an audit. Watch what comes back. Codex lists all 5 tables, their fields, and the relationships. It identifies the existing measures: total revenue, total costs, total margin. And then it flags what is missing. Measures that the model does not have yet, but that we will need for a proper profitability investigation. This is the first important moment. The AI is not guessing from a screenshot or a description, it is working from the actual semantic model. That is a completely different level of accuracy. Now that Codex knows the model, let's start the investigation. We begin with the question leadership always asks, but rarely gets a real answer to. The first investigation is the one that matters most at leadership level. We are not asking which country has the highest revenue. We are asking which country has the best profit quality. Germany is the top revenue market at 18% of total. France and Belgium are not far behind. But when Codex analyses margin trend year over year, the picture changes completely. Now let's see how Codex handled the analysis. Here, I gave it a real business question. This is where Codex starts acting more like an analyst, not just a code assistant. Germany, France, and Belgium all show weaker or mixed margin trends. The markets growing the fastest in revenue are the ones where margin is under the most pressure. And the consistent performers? Poland and Netherlands. Moderate revenue, but stable, reliable margin. The top profit contributing regions are Lombardy, Hamburg, Utrecht, Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes, and Wallonia. Not the biggest markets, the most disciplined ones. That distinction is invisible on the standard dashboard. The country table shows revenue. It does not show margin trend quality. That is what investigation uncovers. But accountability does not live at country level. It lives at pharmacy level. Let's investigate this in next section. Country averages look acceptable, but averages hide the outliers. 47% of pharmacies are above the average margin. That means 53% are below it. And some of those below average pharmacies have very high revenue. They look productive. The margin tells a different story. I asked Codex to drill from region to pharmacy level. It benchmarks every pharmacy against its own regional average, not the overall network average. That is a more honest comparison. The result splits every pharmacy into two groups. Group 1, high revenue, below region margin. These are busy pharmacies that are not generating proportional profit. The recommended action, review pricing, product mix, and promotion execution. Group 2, smaller revenue, above region margin. These are the efficient performers. The recommended action, study what they are doing and scale it into the region. Vienna Health Point sits in the third group. Margin specialists, same network, completely different margin discipline. Munich Health Point leads the second, WAF. Scalable winners. A regional manager can act on this today, without waiting for a new report to be built. However, all of this investigation is only useful if it reaches the people who can act on it. That is the final step. Analysis without action is just noise. We raised one question at the start of this video. Sales are up. Profit is not. Why? Now we have the answer in 4 layers. I use build report and KPI reporting from the Data Analytics plugin to turn all of that into a single leadership document. So now Codex prepares a 1-page leadership report, not just an overview, a decision-ready business summary. It includes 5 key findings, 2 at country level, 2 at pharmacy level, and 1 across product and promotion. 3 business risks based on the overall data. 3 recommended actions with priority levels. 2 dashboard pages to build next. And 2 questions that need deeper investigation. This is where analysis becomes useful. That is the complete workflow: model access, business investigation, decision support. So what did we actually build today? Not a dashboard, not a chart, not a DAX formula, a workflow. This does not replace Power BI. It makes your Power BI model easier to investigate. The future of business intelligence is not just better dashboards. It is better questions, asked directly against the models you already trust. Subscribe and drop a comment. Which investigation was most useful to you? I read every one.